Hi guys! Oh wow, I have not done one of these in a good long time. I think since December, yeah, ever since the Disney series. So I hope you've all been watching those videos along with all the other videos I posted since August. It's been a really good long ride so far, and I'm going to continue making these videos for the foreseeable future. It's just been a little busy with school and everything. But I hope I can do these more often. Anyway, today's tutorial is Granger Danger, and this one I'm really particularly excited about because it's the one I sent out to all of you to vote on, and this one won, so first of all, thank you for voting, and now I think I'm just going to get right to it. Let me just play it for you first. That's a good start. 2, 2, 4. Okay, that's a lot to take in right away, but let's break that down. So, first of all, we're going to start on an E major chord, up at the 7th fret. So, not your traditional open chord, but up here at the 7th fret. So you want to think of this as like a power or bar chord, whatever. Like the power chord, except without muting, the top strings. Because in this case, it's the B and E string are open. Okay? And then we have your E major chord here, index on the 7th fret of the A string, and your ring and pinky on the 9th fret of the 3rd and 4th strings respectively. Okay, that's your first chord. Then we're going to switch over to an E major 7, and you do that by taking off your pinky and placing your middle finger on the 8th fret of the G string. Once again, B and E strings will be left open. Okay, so that's a little switch. And then our third chord is going to be an A chord. B and E string are still open. It's like the bar chord itself, except we're going to keep those strings open. That's at the 5th fret. And then we're going to move that shape 2 frets over for the B. Okay, so that's not too hard. Alright, so the rhythm strumming thing here going on. It's gonna just follow along. It'll be down, down, up, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, so you end on up, and then you start it over again. Okay. And one thing to keep in mind here, let's just count it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 2 beats per chord. And then this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So this A chord gets 3 beats instead of 2, and then we move it on the 4th beat, 4, before going back to the E. Okay? So now you got your rhythm and you got your strumming. And then we're going to do that one more time. Except this time, I added my pinky on the 9th fret of the B string, so that you get your 3rd. You can keep that, either you can keep it the E string open, or you can bar it. Whatever, it's up to you. Then you're going to also start adding in a little bit of muting, along the way. 1, 2. Okay, so after we do 1, 2, 3, 4, it still gets 2 beats each, and then we get the A chord again, except this time this gets 2 beats instead of 3 like the previous time. 1, 2, before we move on to these bar chords. 2, 3, 4. They all get 1 beat each. Okay, so those chords are an F sharp minor, G sharp minor, A, with a B in the bass. Okay, so break that down. F sharp minor, That's at the 2nd fret. Sometimes he does an F sharp minor 7, or like that. Once again, look these chords up. I'm sure I've taught them in other videos, so if you should have like an understanding of your chords by now if you're like following all these videos. So basically, this is just a bar, and then your ring on the 4th fret of the A string. All right. So that's the only one I'm gonna give. You move that shape up 2 frets for a G sharp minor. 7, I guess. Then an A at the 5th fret. Now it's A over a B. I used to be confused with this chord. I didn't know what he was playing, but then I eventually, you have to like use your ears. And then I could see that his is basically it's like an A chord. If you were to bar like this, it's a John Mayer style, I guess. You put your ring finger on the 7th fret of the E string. So that's a B right there. And then you still have the A on top, which is your index on the 5th fret of the B string, middle finger on the 6th fret of the G string, and your pinky on the 7th fret of the D string. And remember, those all get 1 beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now then, the next part should sound like this. Alright, so you'll notice that was pretty much the same as the second part of the intro, except it's palm muted now. So you're going to want to be smacking it with your palm a little, Not too much though, you don't want to be too distracting. Same amount of counts. 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so then we end on an A this time instead of going to the B, or A over B. So 3, 4. Then we go to an F sharp minor. 1, down, 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 something like that. To a G sharp minor. Then we go to an A, and then G sharp minor. So one more time: F sharp minor, G sharp minor, A to G sharp minor. And then we do that again: F sharp minor, G sharp minor, A to that A over a B. Okay? And then we do F sharp minor, G sharp minor to A. You hold that for 2 beats. So let me add in the words there. It seems like my eyes have been transfigured. Something deep inside has changed. They've been open wide, but hold that. Okay, so after that we go to trigger, which is F sharp minor. Or sometimes I think it's an F sharp minor, but then it could also be an F sharp 7. So I think actually this time we're going to go to an F sharp 7. And that's, if you're going to go from the A, index on the 2nd fret of the E string, then mute, using the bottom of that index finger, mute the A string. Then your middle finger will go on the 2nd fret of the D string, and your ring finger will go 3rd fret of the G string. Okay, I guess these are the more complicated chords, and I have no problem tapping those out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's 2 beats per chord here. Hold that trigger. So you can either do that way like Darren does, or you can try this way, which is, if you've learned your jazz chords, middle finger on the 5th fret, and then bar with your ring finger 5th fret on the other strings. But in this case, we can do this. So you're going to be sliding, since you already have your pointer finger down, to the 5th fret, and you can just make, put all these fingers on the 5th fret. And you can mute the A string. E string will be muted too. You're just going to be rasping it there. Just watch the video and you can figure it out. It's not too hard. Okay, and then he goes to a D9 to a D7. Okay, so if you're going from here, all you have to do is put your index or middle finger on the 5th fret of the A string and your index on the 4th fret of the D string. 2 beats, and then a D7, which is like a C7 here, but you just move that shape up 2 frets. Okay? Then you go to an E. To an E7. And those are 2 beats, of course. 1, 3, 4. Okay? So the E is pretty simple. And then the E7, you basically lift off your ring finger and you place your pinky on the 3rd fret of the B string. And then we come to this part where he says, I'm falling in love. So that's an A. Okay, so that's A to a G sharp minor. Okay, this is he plays it differently. Sort of like Dave Matthews style. But yeah, it's the 3rd up there. Excuse me, the 5th. Anyway, put your middle finger on the 4th fret of the E string, index finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, mute the D string, excuse me, ring finger on the 4th fret of the G string and pinky tucked right under that on the 4th fret. To an F sharp minor. You can just do it open, so like the F sharp 7, except that's the only difference right there. And then he goes back to an A, to the G sharp minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then this is F sharp 7, which you already learned, to an A7. I think that's the easiest way to do that one. It's just moving one finger really, and then lifting the other ones off. So he has like, I taught you like this, but I really like this way better. So instead of your ring finger there on the 3rd fret, you can replace that with your pinky. So then you can just put your middle right there on the 2nd fret. Okay. I'm going to stop right here and we're going to come back for part 2. So see you in a bit.